Hi there, and a very warm welcome to another thrilling edition of Lifelines with Mima. Thank you for joining us today. We are going to be looking into the issue of single parenting and how it affects our society of today. Having experienced it myself, I can tell you that it's one of the most difficult jobs that a human being might have to do. Of course, it comes as a surprise sometimes. Most of the time, we don't plan it. So I'm going to be welcoming some clients that have issues about single parenting, and we're going to be looking for how to help them resolve the issues. Stay with me. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're dealing with the issue of single parenting and how it affects us in our world of today. I have with me Madam Binta, who is a young widow that just lost her husband a couple of years ago and is left to raise her two children alone. Binta, how are you?
Not fine. I'm not fine, Mima.
How did it happen? How did it come to you? How did you get the news?
It was an accident. I told him goodbye, prepared the kids, dropped them off at school. I came back home and I received a call. His phone was used. I thought maybe he forgot something. I picked the call and I heard, Madam, your number was the last dialed number and all that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Thank you. What was the relationship like between you and him?
It was good. It was very good. He promised me a lifetime of love. He told me he was going to be with me forever. He promised me forever. Then all of a sudden, he just left. He just left. I wish I knew beforehand, prepare myself against all. But he just, it was too sudden, it was too abrupt. How do I move on from this? I didn't get to say goodbye.
You must feel.
The kids are even too young to understand. I told them, Daddy traveled. Deep down, maybe something in me tells me one day he's going to knock the door and come back home. I know he's gone. I know I should let go, but every year it gets worse. It's supposed to get better, but how do I can't cope. It's too hard. I try. Everything is on me. The school fees, the feeding. I can't cope. I'm tired, but how do I move on from this? How do I move on? I can't. It's too much for me to bear. It's too much.
I'm so sorry. I know exactly how you feel because I've been there myself. I'm so sorry.
Nobody's, when you're promised forever, you should get forever. It was still, I know he said till death do us part. But his death is too early, it's too sudden. We promised to, grow old together, visit places.
I know your heart must be breaking. I know. It's going to be okay.
Thank you. Okay, aside the loneliness, financially it's killing me. It's killing me. To know my husband has some money I cannot even get to.
Why?
He put his brother as next of kin. Okay, he kept on telling me he'll get to it. He'll get to it. He'll change it. But now, I'm left alone. He died. Okay,
and
at
the brother
first,
is not helping.
No, he's not. He's not. I don't know how he can look at my children in the face. I don't know how he can do it. And know that he's with their father's money. I don't know how people do that. And I told my girl, change this thing. But I didn't want to look like, okay, it's all about the money. Things like this can come up. But who knew? Nobody. He didn't prepare for this. Yeah. He didn't.
It's usually like that. Nobody really plans for death. And in Nigeria, we don't have the culture of writing wills. Especially when we're young, we feel, we still have 20, 30 years to go. But things happen and that we might not be able to predict. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. But it's like this. You know, when I was going through the same thing, I became depressed. I became a shadow of myself.
I am.
I was, you know, somebody else. But my mom's friend came one day and looked at me and said to me, see, there's no business. The living and the dead have no business together. Number two, if anything happens to you, your children and posterity will judge you. They will not forgive you because they cannot lose two parents at once.
That's why I try to be strong.
Yeah, and number three, she said to me, if anything happens to you, your children will be told that you killed their father and then you died alongside. And so you have to be strong. You have to gather yourself because you have great responsibility. You now have to be father and mother to these little children. But what you have done is that you're still living in denial. You need to accept and deal with the fact that he's not coming back.
How do I do that?
You will. You will. It's difficult, but you need to accept that. We'll start by talking about it, and we'll start by talking to the children about it. You need to sit with them and talk to them and tell them Daddy has gone to be with God. Explaining to them the most basic way, simple way that they can understand. And tell them he has gone to join the angels and that you'll meet him again someday. It's been 3 years. You cannot continue to lie to them. You have to sit them down and talk to them. They have to know. What you try to do is every now and then, you know, you show them pictures, you talk to them about him, what kind of father he was, what he used to do with them, those kind of memories. You try and keep it going.
I'll try.
Yes, but you would need to accept the fact that it's over and accept the fact that, yes, you loved him and he loved you, but he's gone. And so we have to deal with that and gradually pick up the pieces of your life. Because you know, the children need you to be strong.
Thank you.
They need you to be strong. They need you to be there.
I try.
And I can promise you that God will never leave you alone.
Amen.
One way or the other, you will survive this. And you're young, you're beautiful. There's someone out there that is going to take care of you.
I
and
don't
these
think
children.
anybody can fill Michael's space.
I felt exactly the same way.
Nobody.
I felt
Mima,
exactly the same way.
You don't understand.
I do. But you haven't come to terms with it. Therefore, you have not passed through the process of grieving. And that is why we're still like this. So we need to come to terms with that. I need you to take time to do some breathing exercises, breathe in and out a lot, and meditate. Think about what happened. Think about it. Face your fears. Because you'll be having nightmares. You'll be having panic attacks. You have nervous breakdowns. A lot can come with being in this kind of situation. Accept what has happened as the will of God and find our way out of it. So the first thing is telling the children what has really happened. I'll come with you, to the house.
That'd be nice.
And then we'll talk to them together.
Okay.
Tell them what happened. And then also I'll be working with them already, doing therapy sessions for them so that they can also, get help. Because I know it must be very confusing for them as well. So, but you need to be strong. Bit by bit will come out of it. I'm going to be taking care of you for the next 6 months. We're going to see you regularly. We'll talk about it. We'll deal with the pain.
Thank you.
And gradually grow out of it. But
I hope so.
You need to promise me that it's going to be okay. You are going to try.
Yeah.
You are going to give in your best.
I'm willing to try.
And I promise you, you will find love again.
Amen.
You will. You'll find someone that will be a father to your children and he'll make up for your pain.
I hope so.
You will. I can promise you that.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Mima. Thank you so much.
All is going to be okay.
This has made it, so much better.
It's going to be
A lot
okay.
more better. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
So we'll make an appointment and I'll come to the house so that we can tell the children what has happened.
All right, fine.
Okay?
Thank you very much. I
welcome,
appreciate it.
darling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's going to be okay.
Thank you so much, Mima.
I'll be right back.
I told my heart that there won't be a second time. And if it should let you in, if it should let you in, if it should let you in, I'd cut it out. And I will set it on fire. And if I had to, I would find another heart. Didn't I tell you, dear heart, pumping blood is your only job. If you fall in love, you'll be on your own. I don't want any part in this phony business called love, love. You forget too soon how uncomfortable it gets when you start skipping beats. You start skipping beats, and I have to stop and catch my breath. You know our brain can't afford to think of no one else. It's just so like you. It's just so like you to think of only yourself. Didn't I tell you, dear heart, pumping blood is your only job. If you fall in love, you'll be on your own. I don't want any part in this phony business called love, love, love.
Welcome back. Now we have our guest corner, and you won't believe who just came. It is His Highness A.B. Chidi Spiff. Welcome, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
And I have with me Tutu.
Hi.
So we're going to be interviewing him and drilling him a bit. Thank you for coming, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. I'm aware that you lost your wife a couple of years ago, and you've been caring for your children alone. Part of what we're dealing with is single parenting.
That's right.
I'd like to get, your own opinion and, tell us about your experience so far.
Well, single parenting. It's, well, I grew up in the midst of 5 women. I was the only boy. I'm the only boy in my family, actually. So I used to have turns to take care of my younger ones when I was growing up. So I think that is what's helping me now. I have a boy and a girl by my wife, but I have a 21-year-old if I got married.
Okay.
So she's a lady, but not with me. She's in Ghana, her mom.
Oh, right, okay.
My kids are gifts from God. They know their mom is no more. And they help me a lot. They encourage me. Daddy, are you okay? Have you eaten? It's not every man that is a widower that can tow this road I'm towing today. I'm a very busy man. I came here today not because I came to talk to the world about single parents. Just to prove a point. There are some men.
A few men.
A few men that can stand in the shoes of women. I cook too.
Oh.
I bath my children most times if I don't have a nanny. And it's difficult for me to have a good nanny because of the way I was brought up. Nannies, I say, are gifts from God these days. It's difficult to find a good one.
A good one, yes.
So you see, I've been blessed, and let me say I'm blessed by God. My daughter is going to be 7
Okay.
on the same day with me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you see, I don't know what gave you this idea to talk about single parenthood, but as a boy, I grew up with my mom more
Okay. Than your dad.
than my dad. My sisters were fond of their father,
Okay.
5 of them. I was stuck with my mom. That's why I learned how to cook.
Okay.
That's why I learned how to be a domestic man. I can fit to anywhere. I can be left alone, my kids alone in the house. I will be fine.
Okay. Wow.
All I need to do is to supervise my son, that's going to be 8 in January, to take a bath and help him scrub his back.
Okay.
I will stand and look at my daughter, I will bath her. When it's time for her to wash her under, I say, babe, where?
Oh.
Wash.
Fantastic.
I stand, she washes as much as she wants to. And asks, Daddy, are you okay? I say, yes, I'm fine. Then I'll clean her body, and sometimes I go as far as matting her hair.
Oh, wow.
It's not as if I don't trust any other woman,
Yes.
but it's not as if I don't wish to get married again. But where are the women? Where are they?
The good ones.
Where are the good ones?
That's right.
If my wife didn't go to be with the Lord, maybe I would have spoiled us, the kids. Of course, she is the spoiler. You know. But today, I can tell the world that I'm one of the best dads in the world.
Yeah.
They live with me. They don't live outside me. They live with me. They wake me up in the morning. They pray with me.
Wow.
If I forget to pray, they'll come up with me. Daddy, you didn't pray. Get up. Let's pray. We'll pray. And I go to bed. My daughter spends half of her life in my bedroom. So that's why it's even difficult for you to find another woman, because she's already taking the place.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
So where do you want to keep the woman that's coming? If you want my bedroom now, her things are littered everywhere. She sees herself as my partner. I always tell her, I say, you're going to go to the body. She said, no, Dad, I won't. I won't leave you alone. The day they came to approach me for another mom, I cried. Since then, they don't talk about it anymore. They left me to my faith. To see that maybe our daddy is okay. On Sundays, they come and say, Daddy, are we going to church today? I say, yes. They'll ask me which service. Because I'm still lying down, Dad. Which service are we going for? I say, okay, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th service. They say, okay. Can I take my bath now? I'll say, no, wait. Come and take a bath in my room or in my bathroom. That's how far I've gone in nurturing those 2 gifts from God. You know, life to every human being is a stage and a gamble. It's either you win or you lose.
That's right.
I'm not trying to discredit women by saying, where are the women? There are some that come to destroy. There are some that come to build. Where will you see the ones that have come to build? I will say I can beat my chest and say, I've been everywhere. I grew up in the city. I didn't grow up in any village. I was born in Lagos. I grew up in Port Harcourt. I went to Federal Government College. I went to the University of Port Harcourt. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. I'm a traditional ruler. I'm a leader. So I caught in between the youth and the elder. I'm going to be 50 in October. On the 20th of October, I'll be 50 years old. But when I tell people, they say, no, you cannot be 50.
Yeah.
Because I've handed everything over to God.
That's right.
My heart is free. I only get emotional in times like this when I talk about my wife.
Yes.
Because she was a gift. She was almost a pastor before she died.
Oh.
You know, so in life, today, I am blessed. Whether I have a wife today or not, it's not the issue. The issue is how well are those kids taking the loss of their mother? How are they managing without their mom?
It's about them, really. Yes.
Whatever I'm doing for them. My sitting here today talking about cycle parenthood is because of them. Because I have the experience. My mom calls me every day, young man, it's 3 years now. And I said, so mom, start looking. I said, I'm looking. And you too, you look too. She said, no, somebody you live with, I can't look for you. I said, okay, then let me be. It is not easy to find a life partner. If you lose, then you are alone. What if you've made up your mind that you must get that stuff she's made of? Where you want to find it?
Okay. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are still dealing with the issue of single parenting. With me now in the situation room are my team members that are going to be lending their voices and telling you what they think about this particular issue. Let's start from Titi.
Anytime single parenting discussion comes up, it's really touchy. I get really touchy, and because it's close to my heart, like from my personal experience. Like I grew up, I'm a product of single parenting.
Oh, wow.
And so,
Your mom raised you alone?
Yes, my mom raised me for the larger part of it before she died. Anyways, I'm going to be warning these two guys to be highly sensitive.
Don't touch me, the Allah.
Because if you guys say anything annoying today, I'm warning you people now. Anyways,
everybody is on best behavior today.
Very true.
Okay. All right. Like, well, single parenting, as we all know, is that situation where one parent is solely responsible for the needs of a child, emotional, physical, material, financial, whatever needs. And according to researchers, countries in Asia and Middle East are the least likely to have children raised
Why do you
single
think so?
parent homes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, why do you think that is
I think
so?
the culture, right? They have strict.
Yeah, and the religion also.
Laws, the religion.
Yeah.
The religions I can take.
Yeah, and unfortunately, and countries in Africa, America, and Europe are said to have extreme number of children.
In Africa?
Yes, Africa, Europe, and
Africa?
South Africa,
Yes,
particularly.
South Africa.
Yes,
was
especially
distinguished.
South Africa, yes.
Yes.
Because young
Why
girls
is
there,
Africa is Africa.
young girls in South Africa actually get pregnant
Okay.
so that the government can give them grants. The
Oh,
law stipulates that, you know, every child that is born like that, they give you a particular allowance to take care of that child.
For the
And
girl
so
will go
you
and
see,
get pregnant.
yes, like it's okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, it's okay. And then there's also the issue of their belief that if you have HIV and you have sexual intercourse with a virgin, it's going to cure your condition.
Oh, good God. Do they
So
still
there's
think
a
that?
high number of rape cases in South Africa.
And aside that, you know, unlike in the olden days where we had like death being the major cause of single parenting, lots of issues have now come up, which includes increase in divorce.
You know? Yeah.
Okay, you know about that?
Yes, like, you know, you already told us earlier about most of the issue of single parenting has been, you know, death and all of that. I wanted to tell you that. And then she came with that pregnancy thing. We have so many causes, you know, that results into single parenting.
Tell us about them.
You know, we have death. We have unwanted pregnancy, just like you mentioned. We have adoption. And then to shock you guys all, there's sperm donor, you know, like, you know, artificial insemination, you know, for
what is that?
Okay,
IVF.
Now
Let them explain to
IVF.
you now.
Can you read more than me?
We're not correct. This thing is very interesting. Let's not correct today.
You are talking
It's okay. Titi, I'm trying to.
Titi, please, your point.
Let's not fight today.
When you made mention of the artificial insemination, I wanted to say that's why we have, as in a higher number of women being single parents
rather than
like
men,
80% parents consist of mostly women, like 80%. Then the men are like I think about 16%.
Wow.
So I don't
That's
know.
That's because women are the ones that nurture.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Women are natural caregivers. And there are very few men that can actually do what you know a woman would do for a child.
Is really huge though. 80 to 16.
You know why? Okay, like the issue of divorce, for example, you know, aside death being historically, death was like the only reason why single parent, you know, but with the, you know, society now and then the issue of divorce and all of that, it's whenever they go and then go their separate ways, custody of children always goes towards the mother. And then, you know, they now become more like the single parents, and then the men now become supporters, you get. So women naturally have this, just like Mima said, you know, the whole caregiving thing, and then they have this kid. So, and then coupled with this donor insemination now, a woman, mostly aged women who don't really want to be with men, you know, they've passed it, you just go, you know, get pregnant or surrogate or something, and then they have the kids, they bring them up, you know, and all of that. Then there's adoption too, you know. So like there's so many cases are one of the reasons. Like it's everywhere right now. A lot of persons, single parent, you know, it's not just because your husband died or your wife died or because there's divorce, you know, so many, several reasons.